Hey, I'm back again. This is William Sensei. How are you all doing? And the reason why I'm back is because what do we have coming up? 1 month from today, this is January 4th. On February 4th, 2022, we will have the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympic Games. Alright, so we're back on the Olympics again. So yeah, I do enjoy the Olympic movement. I think it is a good movement. It's a good thing that they came out with. So let's hope we can keep it going. But Beijing is very interesting because did you know it's the first city to ever hold the Summer Olympics and the Winter Olympics. So it's a first. Very good. Now, of course, some countries complain, why is Beijing getting, another Olympics so quickly? But, hey, the Olympics are expensive, and they did have some venues already from the Summer Olympics they can reuse, which is good. They just won the bid, so we shall see. The current news is maybe for 2030, Japan may be able to get the Winter Olympics again back in Sapporo. So that'll be interesting if it does happen. So we shall see. But anyway, so with the Winter Olympics, let's break it down to all of the sports. And actually, there's not that many sports compared to the Summer Olympics. So I will go in alphabetical order, and I'll put it up somewhere around me. So let's see. We've got alpine skiing. We've got the biathlon. We have bobsleigh. Then you have cross-country skiing. Then you have curling. Then you have figure skating. Then you have freestyle skiing, ice hockey, luge, Nordic combined. We have short track speed skating. We have skeleton. We have ski jumping, speed skating, and finally snowboard, which was first done in Nagano in Japan when they had the Winter Olympics in 1998. So with all of these Winter Olympic sports, I believe the most popular for the television broadcasts is definitely the figure skating, right? So the figure skating, they're like the ballerinas on ice, right? So you have the men and women's individual competitions, and then you also have, believe there is a team competition, but it's pretty much an individual sport. And these skaters put in a lot of hard work to be where they are and to make it to the Olympics. So I'm looking forward to seeing some new stars rise and continuing older stars. And we have the Russian women are very dominant, and Japan, we've had the past Olympic champion, but USA has the current world champion. So we shall see who's going to come up on top for that. And one other thing that's quite popular recently because of the X Games, yes, snowboarding. So snowboarding, there's freestyle. I think there's the pipe, kind of like the skateboarding. And then they got these crazy jumps. And so I'm looking forward to that snowboarding competitions. All of them. And then what Japan has been good at in the Winter Olympics has been speed skating. So speed skating should be interesting for Japan. And of course the Korean team's always been very good, which we saw in Pyongyang in 2018. Which was only 4 years ago. Seems like it's like that. And then you have also ski jumping. So we are in Japan, so Japan has had a gold medalist with the ski jump. So we are looking forward to see if someone can top that. But other than that, then it gets pretty much European countries pretty much take over, I think, everything else. Cross country, luge, skeleton, Nordic combined, the snowboard, the alpine skiing. It's hard stuff. And, when these people fall in those alpine skiing, and it's horrible. But when they can make it, it's pretty cool. So I'm definitely looking forward to watching some Winter Olympic sports. So the schedule for the Olympics is actually quite short. It's only from February 4th until February 20th. So not as long as the Winter Olympics. It's not as long as the Summer Olympics. Actually, it starts similar to the Summer Games. There are a few events that start before the official start time. Actually, on February 2nd, you have curling. They start out a little bit early. Freestyle skiing and ice hockey. They will start a little bit before the actual opening ceremony, because there's so many teams and they need to get through it. What are the current news updates was there's a lot of boycotting going on because China has a lot of, I guess you would say, some humanitarian issues. So some of the countries are not sending any official government delegates to China for the games. So there'll be no dignitaries. A lot of countries are pulling out their dignitaries for this in protest, I believe. And then also because of the COVID situation, which is still plaguing us, this pandemic's terrible. But the ice hockey, which is the NHL, National Hockey League in the United States, majority of the international players are in this NHL, and they have decided to not participate. So the NHL said no NHL athletes will be allowed to go to China to participate. So it's going to be up in the air. There's going to be a lot of people you don't know of. And there are some more ice hockey leagues, but so they'll be filling that up with people you don't know about. So it should be interesting. That should probably be pretty good. And you won't have the big stars. You just have some breakout guys that you don't know of. So it should be good. Those are the things I'm looking forward to. So I will maybe do another report on the Winter Olympics. Maybe in a couple weeks. I'm not going to do this daily countdown like I did, because that was too crazy for me. But yeah, maybe in a couple weeks I'll come back and talk about the mascot and some of the venues and actually why Beijing is, the Olympics are barely in Beijing. Most of the sports are in different cities that are like 100 kilometers or 120 kilometers away, and then 80 kilometers away from Beijing, so they're not even close. So they're basically a name only. I think Beijing probably has the figure skating, and that's about it. But yeah, we'll break that down in another episode. But thanks for watching. This has been William Sensei, and enjoy the Winter Olympics. All right, talk to you again. Bye-bye.